In this video, I'm going to put two robot vacuums and mops head to head. The Deebot X1 Omni, it's a new robot vacuum and mop from Ecovacs, and the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra. Yes, that's a mouthful. I've had it for over a year, but I'm going to review the Deebot X1 compared to my Roborock and help you decide which robot vacuum can help you keep your house clean. Number one, let's talk about design. The Deebot X1 Omni has a really nice dock. I love the sleek look of it. It has a great way of hiding all the containers inside, which you do have a clean water station, dirty water, and the dustbin. All of that is built into the X1 Omni dock, and there's even a little accessory slider at the top and a drawer. I just really love the look of it. It is pretty tall, so it is taller than the Roborock docks, just about as wide, so you do need to have a good amount of space for it. Comparing that to the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra dock, it's a little more utilitarian. You can see all the bins right there outside, so not as visually pleasing. With their newer S8 Pro Ultra, they kind of put a shield in front of some of those containers, so it's a little more visually appealing, but I'll give the Deebot dock the nicer visual appealing look. Now when it comes to containers within the dock, all of these vacuum mop combinations will have a clean water, well, it pulls in the clean water so it can mop, a dirty water bin that you have to continually empty, and the dustbin, so the vacuum can empty itself into the dustbin, and then you just have to throw that bag out. One of my consternations with the Roborock has been the awkward handle, and emptying and filling those containers can be a little weird. And they're not very large, so you do have to keep on top of it, filling it with water and emptying the dirty one. I do like how the Deebot X1 Omni has larger containers, which is why that dock is a little larger. And I love the thought given into the design of these containers, a little rubber gasket for the clean water pouring it in. Just overall, I like the containers for clean, dirty water and the dustbin. Now we also need to talk about the design of the physical robot vacuums. While they look similar, they're just these round discs that go around on the floor, there's actually some pretty unique features to both. First of all, the Deebot X1 Omni has two side brushes to help it get into those corners and scoop dirt into its vacuum part. Both of these robots have a single roller brush underneath. It's pretty similar. The S8 Pro Ultra from Roborock actually has a dual roller. I'd love to try that because I think it will do a little better at cleaning up some of those bigger chunks. But I'll get into the actual cleaning ability of these two robots and where those side brushes may come into play in a moment. Another major difference is the mop mechanism between these robots. The Deebot X1 Omni actually has two roller mops. They spin as the robot glides across the floor, and I think it does a really good job mopping. More on that in a second. That is opposed to the Roborock mop, which actually is this kind of half-moon pad, and as it's mopping around the floor, it can actually lift that pad if it detects a carpet or rug, so it doesn't get those parts wet. So it does a really good job mopping and vacuuming different surfaces. And this is actually a key difference between these two robots and why I would recommend one over the other, which we'll get in the conclusion. Because of the design of the robot and dock, I like how the Deebot actually just backs up into its dock. It doesn't have to spin around for multiple functions. It just backs up to wash the mops and heat it dry. That is something unique to this X1 Omni as opposed to the S7 Max V Ultra from Roborock. The Deebot X1 can heat dry its mops, which helps a lot. My S7 from Roborock does not have the heated dry. The S8 Pro Ultra from Roborock does, their newest model. And you could definitely tell that it gets wet in that dock and gets pretty nasty. I've cleaned it out several times. You do have to stay on top of it. And so I imagine the heated dry is going to do better long term, keeping those mops clean and keeping the dock a little nicer. Another awkward thing about the Roborock is it has to back into its dock to wash the mop and then leave the dock, spin around and go head first. This way it can charge and empty the dustbin. So I do like how the Deebot can just go one direction for everything. It can wash the mops, empty the dustbin, all in that one orientation and doesn't have to come out and spin around. Do be aware that a lot of these robot vacuums that are self-emptying into a dustbin do get pretty loud, especially when it's cleaning the mop or emptying its dustbin. Just so you can hear, here's what the Deebot sounds like when it's doing maintenance on the robot. And here's what the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra sounds like when it's cleaning itself. So let's talk about cleaning ability for these two robots. The Roborock S7 Max V Ultra, I think, takes the win when it comes to vacuuming ability. I dropped some cracker crumbs on the floor, pretty open space, should be easy to clean, and the Deebot X1 Omni struggled to get the pieces up. Honestly, it picked them up on one pass and then kind of spit them out on the next pass. I'm not sure what was going on there. And while those two side brushes might be good for getting into corners, it actually flung a couple crumbs far away from the robot, and the section I had it cleaning, it missed some of those crumbs because they flew far away. While the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra, it was able to clean all those crumbs up, did not leave one behind, and plus it can mop and vacuum across the carpet and hard floor all in one shot. And that is a key difference between these two robots. The Roborock S7 Max V Ultra and the S8 Pro Ultra can vacuum and mop all surfaces in one run. When the Roborock approaches a carpet or rock, it will actually lift the mop on the back of the device so it doesn't get the carpet wet, and it will do all those surfaces together. When I was first using the Deebot X1 Omni, I had it cleaning the floor, expecting it to act like the Roborock. But whenever it came across my rug, it would go up a little bit and then immediately back up and get off the carpet. When you have the mops attached to the Deebot X1 Omni, it will not go on a carpet or rug. It can't lift those mops and it will get the carpet wet, so as soon as it detects a carpet, it just goes away. So it can vacuum and mop together the hard floors, but if you want it to clean your carpet and hard floors, it can only vacuum. You have to physically remove the mop pads from the Deebot X1 Omni. Now it will vacuum all surfaces, hardwood and carpet together, but only vacuum. Then if you want it to mop, you have to attach the mops once again, and it will mop and vacuum the hard floors, but not the carpet and rugs. So when you have mixed material floors throughout your house, rugs, carpets, and hard floors, the Deebot X1 Omni is going to take multiple runs to thoroughly clean all the surfaces because you have to remove those mop pads for it to get those carpets and rugs. To be honest, this right here is a bit of a deal breaker for me. I have several rooms with rugs, you have bath mats in the bathrooms, and knowing I'm going to have to run it a second time to get those plus mopping, I just really don't prefer to do that. And the Roborock, the S7 Max V Ultra, and the S8 Pro Ultra can do it all in one shot, vacuum and mop. So when it comes to vacuuming and ease of use, I give the win to Roborock. But because it has those two spinning mops, I do give the mopping ability to the Deebot X1 Omni. It's a better mopper. It leaves the floors feeling cleaner because of those dual spinning mops. And so if mopping is kind of a priority, or maybe you just have hardwood floors everywhere, maybe there's one rug in one room that you don't care about, if that's your situation, the Deebot X1 Omni might do really well, especially when mopping is priority. It does do better at mopping. Now you control both of these robots with the apps. I do like how the Deebot X1 Omni has some controls on the top of the dock, especially a return to dock or just to run a clean. 2 thumbs up for those controls right on the dock. I really like being able to do that. The Roborock only has a return to home and power button on the Circle robot, no controls on the dock. So for those little touch controls, the Deebot wins. But when it comes to app design and usability, the Roborock app is better. Both of these apps allow you to manage multiple robots in the app, but here's my one Roborock S7 Max V Ultra, and when you jump into the robot, you see a really nice floor layout. Now, with both of these robots, they'll map your entire house on the first run. The Deebot does have a quick mapping run, which it did do pretty fast and it was pretty accurate. I'll show you that map in a moment. But I do like the navigation here on Roborock. I can choose to do a full clean every room. I can go over to rooms and then just select specific rooms that I want the Roborock to clean. Or you can select a specific area, maybe you had a spill or some crumbs. You can move this around and clean just a specific area. There's lots of settings in the app and I won't go too deep, but I will say the Roborock also offers shortcuts access. Unfortunately, right now, HomeKit doesn't even support robot vacuum, so no robot vacuum can work with the Apple Home app directly. But if I tap the Profile tab and then go over to Voice Control, you'll see Siri commands as an option here, and you can add individual rooms or entire cleaning cycles directly to Siri shortcuts and then trigger that via your HomePod. That's pretty sweet. The Roborock app also does a good job of reminding you of maintenance, cleaning the brushes, maybe replacing the mop, and cleaning the sensors. And trust me, clean the sensors when it tells you, otherwise that thing is going to get lost or start running into things. Which, just a quick side note, both robots are really good at obstacle avoidance and just getting around the house, going under chairs. Both of them perform very well with that. Going into the Ecovacs Deebot app, here's my Deebot Omni. I can go into Smart Cleaning, and you'll see the layout of the house. Again, pretty nice layout. It is a little confusing how to choose a specific room versus a certain zone. If you choose area, then you can select specific rooms. I think I just prefer the room terminology there. And then if you tap custom over here, you can choose a specific area and the Deebot will go there. The Deebot also comes with a built-in voice control assistant called Yiko. I've never heard of it, never used it, turned it off immediately, I just don't want it. And both the Roborock and Deebot, you can choose the suction power, mopping power, and the Deebot also has some deep cleaning options if you want to do some deep edge cleaning around the house, but it's a little limited because you can't choose a specific room for deep cleaning, you have to let it go all over the house. Again, overall, when it comes to app design and usability plus Siri shortcuts, Roborock wins that as well. Now for maintenance, both of these robots, you're going to have to buy some brushes and rollers, different mop pads, and you can do all of that in both of the apps. Of course, they make it really easy to buy all those accessories. Accessory costs are pretty similar between both. You can buy dust bags, 4-pack or 6-pack for around $30. You can get different mop pads for about $20 or $30. Getting those replacement parts are easy. Obviously, they want you to get those and spend money doing it, so you can get those both in the app. Both robots also make it easy to change out these parts, whether it's the roller brush or the bristles, the side brushes. Both of them are easy to replace. You can do it yourself with little trouble. Also, when it comes to filling the water and emptying the water, again, I'll give Deebot the edge there just for the ease of use of their containers, emptying it and refilling it. So I do appreciate those maintenance things you have to do all the time, like emptying the dirty water and filling it with clean water. I do prefer the Deebot's dock for that and its containers. So, which robot vacuum and mop is right for you? You can get the Deebot X1 Omni for about $1,100. It's on sale right now. It's going to go up to $1,500, or at least that's the list price. There's also another $100 coupon, so it brings it at right around $1,000. The Roborock S7 Max V Ultra, which is my robot, I've had it for over a year. It's still pretty pricey at $1,400, several $100s more. The S7 Max V Ultra doesn't have the heated mop dry, but you do get app access, you can do shortcuts, and it can mop and vacuum multiple different surfaces all at once. If you want to go all out and just get the best robot vacuum and mop together and just never think about it again, the Roborock S8 Pro Ultra is like the one. It takes the cake. It is $1,600. It is not cheap, but it does everything. It can mop and vacuum. It has the double roller brush underneath, heated mop dry, and it can do all those mixed surfaces all at once. You don't have to run it multiple times. The S8 Pro Ultra is probably the best one to get. Now, if mopping is your priority and you just have hardwood floors or tile everywhere, you have minimal carpets and rugs, the Deebot X1 Omni is a great option. It's cheaper than these two models of Roborock. It has the heated mop dry, and I do really like those spinning mop pads. The design of the dock and its containers are, I think, superior, but it really depends on your floors. So if you have mixed surface floors, hardwood and carpets, the Roborock S7 Max V Ultra or the S8 Pro Ultra, I think, is the way to go. If mopping is your priority, you want to save a little money, still have that heated dry, and don't have a lot of carpets or rugs, the Deebot X1 Omni does do a pretty good job, especially mopping. Vacuuming, you might have a crumb here or there left after it finishes. But if you'd like to learn more about some smart devices for your home, maybe for your backyard, floodlight cameras, check out this video above or in the description. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and maybe check out one of these videos coming up right now.